Alright. Hey everybody, it's me, Minami, your favorite 50% Femboy, 50% genius indie Vtuber, also known as C9X, and welcome back to more of the couch. Last time when we were on the couch, on the Star Rail couch, we watched Dahlia's trailer, and the version trailer for Dahlia. I also put for Dahlia on stream, so I might pull for the new character Sparksy on the stream as well. I don't know, we'll see. I think the last time we were on the couch, aside from Star Rail, was either Genshin or Snowbird. Probably Genshin. I haven't streamed Star Rail in like the past 30 streams or so, including the disconnect ones. But yeah. So version 4 in Planet Arcadia, or whatever the former name was before, not before Benzai Tengoku, but like after Benzai Tengoku. Because Benzai Tengoku is now the canonical name for past Planet Arcadia. I keep saying Planet Arcadia, it's Planet Arcadia. But yeah, so Planet Arcadia, Jesus Christ, is the planet of elation, with Aha. Sparkle was there to welcome us, not officially, but she's there. Yeah, so without further ado, let's get into it. As always, grab a snack or a drink, I do the water because that's what's best for you. Check a pause and hope you enjoy the stream. So you have Improv Tour trailer. Binge it all. The truth after the Battle of Iron Tomb. Battle of Iron Tomb was, Amphorius. If you're new to Star Rail, then you probably shouldn't, look up Iron Tomb. But yeah, okay, let's just look into it. I can turn up the quality as well. Who is voicing Iron Tomb? Like, who's narrating this? Is that an actual, chroma key spell? It is. It's a chroma key spell. You can see, with here. I wonder if that's actual merch. I'm sure it is. It is very Japanese style. What art style is this? Looks very familiar, but I can't tell what the art style is. Now to think about it, it's like 16-bit sensation. Because Planet Arcadia only became Planet Arcadia once IPC came in. It's like 16-bit sensation where the popularization of anime-themed games became really westernized in their art style and how they're marketed. This really reminds me of that. I guess the IPC also influenced Benzai Tengoku to become less Japan-y. I wonder if that's going to play a part in the story. Is that Face Yao? It's Face Yao Yaoguang, yeah. I also wonder if this is canonically the ad break. Ow. The destruction didn't blow up the Astral Express, it was the elation. Aha did it for fun. Unless it's referring to the crash of the Astral Express, like 15 years ago. Dude, the Destructor doesn't have his legs. I wonder if that's very subtle foreshadowing, quote unquote subtle. Because we know that the end of our story is that we will confront the destruction Nanook. If what happened here is true, does that mean that if the elation is telling us that if we kill, once we overthrow Nanook the destruction, then we might ascend to Eonhood as Actively instead of Terminus? I wonder if she's the one who was narrating. I think there's more. Hold on. Yeah, there's more. There's a theory about how the elation isn't about elation. It's more about personalities and faces. Okay, Anti-Destruction Alliance. So the Anti-Destruction Alliance is technically formed against Iron Tomb because what was it, a Lord Ravager? I think that's the titles for the big past striders of the destruction. It took a lot of manpower. Well, it's mostly the Trailblazer and the failed Remembrance Fully. I'm not going to spoil who. But they were the most. They dealt the most. They contributed the most, but the Cosmos definitely did help, and so there is definitely a will in the Cosmos to, not let the destruction do as it please. And now IPC is trying to have the Astral Express as the spearhead for anti-destruction, but the Astral Express doesn't want to be the spearhead, but rather as just a contributor. So we'll see how that goes, because right now I'm still in the early phase of Plan Arcadia. I just got into the Graphia school. I forgot what it's called. In the high school, and then I see Walt in the hallway. That's literally all I've gotten in the story, because I'm kind of busy. So we see the few. I think they're destruction authors. I'm just gonna call them for now until I remember what they're called. I believe he's the anti-nihility one, anti-harmony, anti-erudition, because of course he's supposed to be coronated with the erudition's head. Anti-hunt, and then anti-elation. And there's one more that's anti-preservation, but I don't think he was in the. Yeah, I don't think he's in here. Okay, let's see who's in. So that's the Express, that's the Harmony, so that's probably a family. Preservation, though, that's IPC. Erudition, so that's Genius Society. Elation's Planet Arcadia. I assume it's either the Tavern / the Masterfuls or Planet Arcadia. Because Planet Arcadia also belongs to the IPC. I guess Harmony does kind of belong to the IPC as well. Erudition has connections with the IPC. They don't belong to the IPC because of the not the Genius Society, but the whatever Dr. Ratio is a part of. The Intelligentsia Guild. And there's the hunt, which is mostly the Xianzhou, but could also be the what are their names? What's the organization Wappa and Boothill are in? Frick. Galaxy Rangers. Yeah, Galaxy Rangers are a part of the hunt, but they're like the Astral Express. They don't really, follow. They have they have an agenda, but they're not unified. Is what I'm trying to say. Because in the fight against Iron Tomb, Boot Hill and other Galaxy Rangers did join, but there is no representative, and they're not really coordinated again as a front against Iron Tomb. I can't tell who that is. Is that Kalis? Looks like Kalis, but the colors don't really match. I mean, it's black and gold and white, so in that sense it matches, but not the places where the colors belong. Also, this is like, you can tell this is gold right here. This is gold, but this is white, so I guess Kalis is silver haired, but he doesn't really look like this. Whatever. I don't remember who he is. Is he the Stoneheart that has like one of those candy on the ring things that you suck on? So the IPC has possession of 3 of the supplicant masks, as mentioned by Pearl. So this wave art, I believe, is Graphia, which is Himiko's ancestors' art, I believe. Yao Guang on the left is going to be in here. She was the first banner character. He was pretty good in Currency Wars. Like as a one cost, 1 star, she's pretty good. Like even, of course, if you have more stars, then she's better. But as a 1-star DPS or just support, she's really good. Not as strong as I would say 4 stars or above, 4 costs or above, but it's still pretty good. 1 to 3 stars. She's in the early game. Unless you're going for like a elation or skill point team comp for Currency Wars. Still don't know who this character is. I don't think we've seen it yet. He's like young Flint. But who's that in the back? Also, I wonder why does Ashria look so much like Woodhill? You have a Harmony Elation unit. But probably an Elation buffer, or just a Harmony unit in the Elation version. Kind of like how you still get random, non-remembrance characters in Forest. Like Dan Heng was Preservation, I believe. Yeah, Dan was Preservation. And then Finance Destruction. I don't recall what Midemos is. Tribute was Harmony. So yeah, she's either Harmony or Elation support. Which is Elation bracket Harmony. Yes, because Sparcy is Elation, but she should be probably Hunt. She's like Elation but Hunt because she doesn't have AoE, she is single target. So she's more like Archer in that sense. And Archer is a Hunt unit, I believe. Venecia, I don't remember those guys. That's Rune Offer. I wonder if the supplicant masks only have a form once the supplicant touches it, or it approves of the supplicant's status as a supplicant. Because all three masks, all four masks we've seen are like blank white, those like drama masks.
ナヌークに宣戦布告いいね乗った幸運な1名のゲストに1分間優越のアイオンをやらせてあげよう茶番を捧げ血を流すまで争え優越の中で壊滅するそれもまた優越
So this guy, his deal is that he wants to destroy planets, just end civilizations. And the way he does it is that, whatever his methods are, at the end, there will always be, like, a big smile. So in Planet Arcadia, there's been this research society of, like, trying to make people smile all day by making their brain incapable of feeling anything but joy. I believe it's when you will meet one of the representatives in the beginning of Planet Arcadia. They will talk to you for a bit, and then you can optionally talk to them a bit more. Even Sparkle knows something's wrong with them. So yeah, I believe that's his current way, or rather his previous or / backup way of destroying Planet Arcadia, and then making everyone smile and everyone's dead. So earlier, he mentions that the reward for winning the Phantasmoon games or whatever, Phantasmoon Festival, whatever, is to become the Eon of Elation for 1 minute. You typically don't become the Elation for 1 minute. It's more like you can use his powers for 1 minute. Past winners have, for example, turned Planet Arcadia into a 2D painting, I believe, among other things. But yeah, so it seems like if he's probably going to be in the games as our enemy, possibly common enemy. I assume there's probably going to be two sides. There's going to be 4 supplicants, including himself on his side, and then we have the 3 IPC ones, and maybe we use the IPC one, and to participate in the games. I'm not sure yet. I assume if we were to win, we would probably just ask Aha, for a minute, a bunch of questions. Because every version, we get to talk to an Eon in some way. We get to interact with them. Usually it's gazes. For example, we got gazed by Nanook on Herta Space Station. We got gazed by... we got gazed by Nanook on the space station, and it activated our... Stellaron, and then we killed the Doomsday Beast by using like either a counter shield or just a massive laser to kill it. And then on Belobog, we got gazed by Preservation to get the Preservation Lance. On Penacony, we got gazed by Shipei to use the hat. And first, I wouldn't really call it a gaze from Fully. I mean, in some timelines it is, or in some versions, because Sareen, that's huge spoiler. Sareen was the Fully of Amphorius rather than Fully of the universe, or rather Fully of Remembrance. So, we got Mem, we got Pen, we got do we get as I've written, kind of. So yeah, we also got to converse with the Erudition. In the simulated universe, we also got to talk to the simulated versions of Eons. The most memorable one was Aha, because Aha called us Akavili, if I recall. But yeah, so we'll probably converse with Aha in that minute, or like ask for their guidance or something similar. I don't think we will ask for their power, because we get the Elation Trailblazer in either 4.1 or 4.2. So yeah.
代価を惜しまないか。
そうよ。
望むところだ。
今回だけこれを持って行って。
Maybe Silver Wolf are getting a new
返してくれるんだ。
version.
との退治は避けられない。だったら100本とずれても私は知らないからね。
So Silver Wolf has twin curly tails rather than a singular pony curly tail. I guess she has like a magical good transformation.
エリのやつ返してくれるんだ。との退治は避けられない。
Yeah, I'm definitely pulling for Silver.
100本とずれても私は知らないからね。
So it's not in the script how this would go, so it can go, you know, however the universe wants us to go. Alright. I will be pulling for level 999 Silver Wolf. I also, like, I've been in Planet Arcadia, but I haven't watched any of this content yet. That's why I really want to watch these now. Because, you know, now I can get all of these out of the way. Also, really like this, like the Phantasmoon. Because Phantasmoon, the physics would be horrendous for the planet if it has bodies of water. Because on our planet, the moon is what causes the tides, and like without the moon, it would be bad. The Sample is here. I don't think I've seen Sample yet. Okay, now that I think about it, so Planet Arcadia has platforms for the Astral Express. You know, which makes sense because that's where the Astral Express departed, and now we're like really famous. So like maybe they probably just gave us a station, a platform, rather than built us a new one. Like I don't really get why we don't have something similar for Penacony, because Penacony is modern, unlike Billabong, or I guess Sanjo should probably have one. So like, because like, how would we get from the Express to the planet? If there's like, we were only introduced to the last cart during Amphorius, so it's not like we use the last cart for travel to and from the Express in general. Hold on. Was that Blade in a box? He's in a bed? I wonder if the reward is already decided about like becoming an Eon, or if it's just the figurative way of saying that they just have the Eon's power. Spark C is like a slightly better version of Archer. I'm not sure. I think Archer is still better in Currency Wars because he can craft equipment. But like I think in normal gameplay, as in like end-game content and stuff, aside from current, like outside of Currency Wars, I think Spark C is better for those situations. Like a round puppy, like. Who put on the mask? The way they frame it makes it look like this girl is the one who's putting on the mask, unless she's a boss. But it could be Yao Gong or something in the future. Is it her? Maybe. So somebody gets a mask. Don't know if it's permanent though.
現月遊戯に参加しようとしている。
So, okay, so with supplicants we have us. I think Sparksy. Yeah, the Sparksy gives us the mask, and then Blade is joining. There's a theory about Himeko joining. Okay, I really need to look more into this. I went against her in one of the game modes, but I don't know how she works. Sparksy boss, I mean.
発生源は
解析中です。これは性格ハンター。
どういうこと？パールに状況が変わったと伝えて、ファンクロードのウルフロードが帰ってきたわ。
Really hyping Silverwolf up. Alright. Like, I'll pull for her, so yeah, I think it works, maybe. We have another improv tour trailer. Beyond Wheel and Woe. Wheel and Woe was something that Fushuan said. It's all like this statement is also really Chinese, so you know, it makes sense.
結果は同じよ。聖州が反壊滅同盟に入れば。
一人の天将が散るようね。君が将軍になる時が来たのかな。ちょっともう冗談だってば。
There is a, I forget where, but Fushuan was suggested to leave the Xianzhou for whatever purpose. I believe it was after she got the all-seeing eye from Noose. But the reason why Fushuan stays, at least the way she says, at least like she expresses, you know, because she could have real intentions behind it, but she said that the reason why she's staying on the Xianzhou is so that she can become a general if a space is open, if there's vacancy. And so now it seems like one of the generals will meet their demise. So I wonder who that is. Because Yao Guang is not a general, I think she's just like she's around the same level as Fu Xuan.
それよりも私たちの勝負を忘れちゃった。最強なのは最適解より運なのよ。
今日を基地に変える本領は十分に見たわ。
Yao Guang won, and she says that luck is more important than strategy. Like, strategy is important, but luck is what, you know, luck is the unforeseen variable.
玉殿は栄えている。最も危険な航路を選んだのに、一介の牧者は敵陣で奇策を用いて勝利を挙げ、危険を冒す。さらに大胆な策を取る。
ラフな兵士の横取りのこと？あれは稀な変数を掴んだだけ。
即上があの異邦人によって暴走すれば、将軍の座はおろか、命も危うかったのよ。
でも全部丸く収まったでしょ？
今回は今までとは違う。アイオーンが関わるの。宝庫の戦いを思い出して。師匠が低級を降臨させたから、一縷の希望を得られた。あの時は、あなたでさえ結末を変えられなかった。
それまでが幸運だったのかもと自分を疑いもした。神々の対局において凡人は無力だから。
なら次もその次も私たちは低級の矢を願うしかないの。
いいえ、策はあるはずよ。天才と会って知恵の計算を借り見たの。神々の対局が二層楽園でもうすぐ始まる。あの予測不能性、優越こそ同盟に必要な変数。どうしようもなく気まぐれで人を神にもし滅ぼしもする神。その眼差しがあれば傀儡に過ぎないこの身でも空の奇跡は変えられる。今回は神を引きずり出し、銀河の未来に大吉を引いてみせる。 元帥も私が使者になることに応じた。
Yao Guang's intention to become a supplicant to win the games is to secure a future for the Xianzhou alliance. Not sure what she intends to do with that minute, but she, that's what. Well, we know the purpose, but not the how.
議論は無用よ。
獣人将軍は言ったことを曲げないな。
楽しみにしててちょうだい。
獣人将軍の運気は上々だが吉凶を転じれば因果を背負う。
Yeah, so like if she's been lucky all this time,
それは
well, for a lot
彼女も
of
分かっ
times,
てる
but
はずよ。
when they
いつの日
they'll
か
catch up.
災いは彼女に追いつく。
だが彼女が追う星の光は近いのかもしれない。形勢を変えるには対局に加わらなくては。どうやら動く時が来たようだ。
Right. Next, we have. We're not gonna watch Honkai Star Rail. Yangong's character trailer, all the best. Give us something about Good Morning.
今さっきついた
Oh, this is the meme.
二層楽園ね。安心して任務は順調だからすべて計画通り。
8086.
ここの人たち妖精よりも荒っぽいみたい。ちょっとごめんね。でもまあこれくらいなんてことない。想定内よ。楽勝楽勝。おっと
She like how using the selfie stick, just like scream or whatever to record.
君見たところ不運の層が出てるみたいだよ。
That's the ult.
兄貴やっちゃってください。
俺がか。
Oh my god, it's the wall.
楽しそうだね。好きなの混ぜてや。
この程度。
Loki reference.
はい。ここの風水の良さはこの目で保証してあげる。だから永遠にもぴったり。ほら順調だったでしょ。
あちらの状況は。
問題ないわ。
Look at she's streaming to either Xianzhou or Face Yao. Alright. Or recording. It could be a recording and then she just sent it over. Doesn't have to be a stream. Aha's favorites, Fantastic Games Winners Compilation. Okay, so that's probably a history of the winners.
アッパのゲーム幻月遊戯
And probably we'll
幻月が
go
満
over
ちる
who's
たび
in the games this
8
time.
人の聖越者が舞台に上がる。楽園を爆笑させる奇跡を起こした者が1分間優越のアイオンになる。2144期第1いや第100回目の勝者はエイドリアン・スペンサー・スミスというやつだが、
We don't know how many
何
games
も
have
起き
happened
なかっ
before.
た。彼は神の力であの偶話集を書き上げたとされているが、真相は誰も知らない。その後彼は姿をくらました。時は流れ2146期各星系で同時に大規模な文字の闘争が発生。技術、歴史、本や画面から文字が消え、全検点に関する資料も全て散逸した。犯人いや勝者は焼却人、リドラー、はたまた室上司か。2147期イプシロンから1光年内の生物がこぞっておぎゃーと号泣し始め、一つの幻月遊戯の終幕を告げた。それを受け スターピースエンターテインメントの本部を近くへ移転させたカンパニーは
Okay, so that's what it
の
looks like.
売り上げでセンセイシティを築いた。
I don't know if we'll get to visit that.
2157期勝者となった混沌医師、彼女は死後の世界がある宇宙を作ろうとした。大爆笑の後、ラフカリオ星系が死者の幻影で溢れ返り、
It's probably why
過去の出来事が
Zanakari has a lot of
顔を
ghosts.
覗かせた。わずかな間、請求列車のあるナビゲーターがアドリブンで目撃されたらしい。また若かりし頃のオスワルドが幻月遊戯に勝ったという噂もある。しかし優越の力で書き換えられた多くの歴史と同じで、勝者は隠され噂は噂のままだ。だが俺に言わせれば最高の奇跡が起こるのは次だ。そう思わないか？虚構歴史学者の提供でお送りしたぞ。
Oh, right. So we can't believe what's being said because fictionologists are here. Well, we could probably some of it can be believed, but not all of it. And so this is provided by the fictionologists right here. Right. We should watch this. It's also Haas favorites. Okay. Looking for a Haas for the
ワ
Haas.
ールドエンド、物理的な隔たりを超え銀河中の優越の信者をつないでいるという。その入り口の一つが二層楽園にある。私は身の危険も顧みず視聴者
I don't see anyone in
の
the
た
tavern.
めアッハの最新情報を
Oh, what? Okay, so is this the tavern?
調べてきた。
So these are probably all mass fools.
VTR スタート。
Albert.
こんにちは。アッハに会ったことはあるだろうか。
最後に犬とかけっこしたの覚えてるか？
え？
最後に会ったのは最後に見た時さ。そうは列車を戦艦に従ってたけど、私は巨大ロボコスが真理だと思う。そうは納得いかずに列車を爆破してたよ。
You got flushed.
犬とかけっことは聞きたいのは優越の神に会ったことがあるかなんだが。
This guy reminds you of the postman in Okami.
なん
Just
だ
always running even though you're
今朝
talking
あ
to
った
them.
ぞ、鳩川で。
なんとで、そうは一体何をしていたんだ？
犬とかけっこ。あれは宇宙一の映画になるはずだった。僕は300を超える平行世界のアッハをデザインしたんだ。天才のアッハ、10の赤心のアッハ、ヌースのアッハ。僕のお気に入りはアハシニアン。
ああ、聞いたことないな。
信じてくれ、アッハもうなずいたんだ。なのにスターピースエンターテインメントめ。
ある日、パブに
As Michael once said, every mass fool claims that they've talked to Aha or even Aha proves us what they do.
現れ、弔い練習の涙を高額で買い取ると言ったの。
But no one knows if someone has actually
存在証と
been with
人が
Aha.
泣いている理由は聞かないで。
まさか。
そこまで。
大丈夫か？
He reminds me of those like
アッハに会わなかったかって
PS3 style horror games.
身長2層、最後に目撃された場所、あと服の色は分かり次第この名刺にある品津探偵事務所まで。
犬とかけっこ。
One credit discount.
なんでそんなことを頼む、教えてくれ。
あ、犬が苦手なんだ。
パブのジョークスペシャルはいかがでしょう？
私を材料にしてくれ。存在がジョークみたいなものだし。
フクロウちゃん、ここでアッハの情報を聞こうだなんて正気？
え？どういう意味だ？
だってパブのルールで
アッハと弔い霊人立ち入り禁止。
無駄足
Oh,
だ。
Ha's not welcome in the tavern?
今日のフクロウさんはとても運勢がいいみたい。
You think Aha will be welcomed in the
苦
tavern?
労しないって意味でしょ？
So we know that Aha is afraid of dogs for some reason. Okay, interesting. I never forgive Star Rail. Oh, I thought this was like a meme post from a fan, not that it's official content. When I saw it, I think Reddit or Twitter, probably Reddit. Man, I still need to get my Please unban my Reddit account. Jesus Christ. I've appealed for so many times.
ライバーのフォロワー数とはすなわち戦闘力
It's like Demon Lord 1999. 2099.
今のは案件に困らない。さあ次は火花ちゃんちの今日の案件
Sparksicle.
20万信用ポイントでスタレの辛口レビューを。
こっちはストレで食べてるんだよ。
50万。
納期はいつかな。
やっぱりだ。どうやら自分の立場が分かってないようだ。
まさかさっきまで喋ってたのは花火ちゃんだったのでした。
花火でも火花でも構わん。とにかく重要な仕事を任せたい。150万。それで新キャラのフォロワーを1000万にしてくれ。
仰せのままに依頼主様。それでその新キャラって？ 頭おかしいんじゃない？ネットがまるで分かってないってことで、フォロワー1000万を達成できたらタダで150万もらえるってわけ。でも話がうますぎて
Just every fan can donate 10 credits. In theory.
でもフォロワー1000万は達成しなきゃでしょ。だからみんなで一緒に考えよう。
笑ってはいけないチャレンジは？
もうそんなの流行らないってポポポ。街中ドッキリとか楽しそうじゃない？命の危険がありそう。却下。
ちありきたりだな。ネットってものをまるで分かってない。
君のアイデアは？
今売れるために必要なのはとにかく奇抜な振る舞いさ。
例えばこんな感じとか
It's like her chat would be a lot more crowded if she has like 10 million fans. There's this really brain rot.
あとは目を引くサムネがあれば。もう一声。もう教えることは何もない。
さす火花。フォロワー数を伸ばすコツはバッチリだね。この意味筆尖った路線。これでもうネットの人気は火花のものだよ。
誰のものだって？
火花の。
この配信は管理者にバンされました。
なんとかなるさ。やっほー、みんな大好き火花ちゃんだよ。最近思うんだよね。どうして誰もが自分を売り込もうとするの？150万のために配信ルームを失ったけど、おかげでひらめいちゃった。問題が解けないなら出題者の方を。よーし、回り道だったけど結果オーライ。それじゃあ1000万フォロワーを誇る火花ちゃんの初配信は、おっとタイトルまだだっけ。
I wonder if for a period, like the Star Rail channel was like sparsely covered for a period. I just like Billy Star Rail channel, or like, you know, probably not YouTube, maybe Twitter. I'm not sure. All right, Sparksy's trailer is next. Hopefully, it's unhinged. We're still using this style. Wait, is Sparksy Fumo bigger than Sparkle Fumo? I did not expect it to be an envy. Is that a new wall? Oh, it's not a new wall. Kinda be. I noticed that Sparksy tends to run away more than Sparkle. Makes sense given, you know, how she survived from Sparkle's smash shooting. Or I shouldn't say that word on YouTube. Gotcha style. Sparksy's trying to replace Sparkle. That slap, the sound that Sparksy makes is different in every language. So, you know, if you're interested, you can go listen. I still think Sparkle's trailer hits harder. Like, Sparkle's trailer has more impact, but Sparksy's trailer is more catchy, I would say, because of the how it's like an MV. So the same joke twice is no worse than murdering it. Yeah. Okay, they're both voiced by the same voice actors in JPA. Don't know if that's the same in EN though, or other languages. Unravel for Daybreak. I believe, yeah, it came out a day ago. The version redeem codes expired sometime yesterday or today, depending on your time zone. So yeah, you know, join my server if you want codes in a timely manner. I don't think Pro is playable in this version.
イベントの名称はいざ請求列車ですまさか列車が DS ドミニに突撃した場面を再現するなんてちょっと待ってなんでカカリアを応援してるの
Oh, because she's hot, that's why. Okay. They have Sentai! Holy frick! That's a Gundam. Oh wait, it's Danganronpa again. With the pink blood. The Astral is melee Buteo. Melee and magic Buteo. I wonder if this Sentai shit is... Is it a game mode, or is it... Or are they a boss? What's up with this pom-pom bot? I wonder if Elysian Trailblazer is like Firefly. Like once we use our own, we come to this mech. Oh, it's like Blue Archive, but you know, you spawn in with chess gameplay. I believe this is the new simulated universe. 2 new ornament sets. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna go get lunch. I'm gonna pull for Sparksy. Yeah, I'm gonna pull for Sparksy. I don't have Star Rail installed on my computer. I'm gonna have it installed by hopefully next stream. Because as I mentioned before, I fixed my desktop, so I'm gonna put in a 5060 or something in it. You know, so that means like better stream quality, and I get to have more storage space. I'll upgrade my computer in phases. So like soon I'll probably have my my art and stuff ready, so I hope you guys are, looking forward to that. I will have green hair and blue eyes, because blue hair is not good in the past few years, and when did I turn sideways? What? How long have I been sideways? Hold on. Zero. 80. Did my character that's turned? Yeah, for some reason I was turned 90 degrees to the side. I don't know why. Okay, I think we're good now. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna have to look back to the stream. Like, how long was I turned? We're streaming for almost an hour, so hopefully it's not too long that I've been turned 90 degrees to the side. It's very elating, though. Maybe it's some keybind I pressed by accident, maybe. I'll have to look back on the stream, though. Alright, I forgot you guys didn't see this. Okay. Let's refresh. Maybe I can see the preview, and it's find out when I was turned while my game launches up. It's gonna be like last time, right? Or at least for this stream. Okay, let's see. I was turned here. I was turned here. I was turned this way. Yeah, I was facing left at a certain point. When did I start? I basically started the stream turn. Wait, what happened? Did I press anything, or did it just spontaneously turn 90 degrees? Is that an actual, like... Oh, was it the arrow keys? Hold on. Yeah, it's the arrow keys, right? Because I use the arrow keys to... there's like a module for me to walk around. Okay, that's why. Okay, I'm gonna reset my position first. Because I turned around a few times. It's character control. Yep. 0, 0. Why am I slightly on the left? The camera also changes position when whatever. There we go. I'm gonna have to turn off the walking blueprint then. Moving off. There we go. Okay, now it's just the camera. Okay. Did I pull up like a Sparksy art? I believe I can just do this. Yeah, okay. Nope. Shouldn't have full screened it. What if I go into theater mode? Wait, I'm gonna have to turn off noise suppression again. Oh crap. Okay, the mic isn't picking it up, so I'm gonna have to turn off noise suppression. You guys are gonna have to bear with. Maybe I can turn off noise suppression on NVIDIA, but I can turn on noise suppression on OBS. I sincerely apologize for the fan noise you guys can hear. You guys won't hear the fan noise once I fix my computer, because that way I can have my case fans and stuff rather than the laptop fans, which are really loud when you have to turn on. I'm gonna turn it up a bit more. Why is it so loud in here? Hold on. Okay, I think you guys can hear it. So Yagong's still on the banner. Okay, so on Sparksy's banner, I don't know why I'm like A-posing. On Sparksy's banner, we have Pella, Jinchue, and Hanya. Hanya is your SP regen physical support. Not that great, but for a free unit, that's all you get. Jinchue, trillion damage. DPS. Pretty good in currency wars, especially if you have her, and also if you have. Well, I think did she get removed? I think she got removed in this version, but removed units can still be played if you get the strategy for them. Qingque is good because she is a Xianzhou path unit. Is it bond? Yeah, she has Xianzhou bond. So every move by a Xianzhou bond unit increases the lightning strike count. For some reason, Qingque, whenever she uses her skill to enhance her normal attack, she gets 1 count, whereas someone like Dan Heng, who is also, enhanced for skill points, Dan Heng doesn't have that mechanic for some reason. Or rather, he has the mechanic, but he doesn't benefit as much. The best combo, I would say, is to have the the Bellbog emblem on Qingque, because Qingque also can proc the Bellbog move count. Bellbog bond requires 12 moves for 1 hit from the engine of creation. So, using Qingque, you can stack up. Qingque in currency wars, aside from counting towards the Xianzhou and Bellbog bond count, is that how should I say this? Normally in gameplay, she can only stack up for 1 enhancement attack. In currency wars, she can stack up to 2. So you can expend a lot of skill points, and through that, you can get a lot of turns. So she's really good in currency wars. And then we have Pella. Pella is pretty good. Pella is used in the Akron team if you don't have certain units. She can remove buffs from enemies, so Lorca can do it using his ult, but Pella can do it using her skill. So could be better or worse depending on how you use them. But yeah. So on Yao Guang's banner, Yao Guang has the same 4-star units, and then for your non-version specific warps, you have Geridura or Saridra. Saridra is I know she has action. I think she has action advance and enhanced normal attack. I'm not sure, but yeah, she is a bit niche, but she's okay. You have Rappa. Rappa is the imaginary break DPS. Personally, not a big fan of Rappa, because of the monkeys, and also I just don't like stuff about her in general. Like she can be as Mori Calabi as she wants. So I'm not pulling for her. Then you also get Sparkle on on the warp. Sparkle SP regen. She got buffed recently, so she gives, I believe, 6 SP now instead of 4. She also increases crit damage. Good for SP teams. She raises the SP cap as well, so good for Archer. Good for Embittered Lune. Good for Sparksy. Who else? I can't recall who else needs her. But yeah, anyone who uses a lot of SP needs crit damage, benefits off of Sparkle. Sparksy is no exception. Yeah, so yeah, currency wars, Archer is good in currency wars. Dan Heng not so much, but I guess you need Dan Heng for Express Bond. So yeah. For light cones, you have Brilliant Fixation. I can't feel details here. Brilliant Fixation. Okay, that's the name of the warp. So Sparksy's Elysian Light Cone, dazzled by a flowery world. Increases crit damage by 48%, pretty big. Whatever is on field for everyone Elysian character in the team, increases skill point upper limit by 1, up to a maximum of 3. For every skill point the wearer consumes, enables Elysian damage step by this unit to ignore 5% of this enemy's defense, stack up to 4 times, so 20% max. If 4 more skill points are consumed in the same turn, the wearer gains Stream Promo, which increases all allies' Elysian by 20%. Like cone effects of the same type cannot stack. So you only want this on Sparksy or any other new Elysian SP consumption unit, if there are any. So yeah, you don't want to. You only want if you whale, you only want at most 2 of these max refine for maybe 3. It depends on how many elation SP consumption units there are. Or will be. Because currently there's 1, so right now there's no point in getting more than 1 max refined one. If there's going to be more, you should get more if you have the money and you want to invest. But yeah, otherwise, if you only whale, to a reasonable degree, okay, max refine this just once, okay. At max, it is a terms of 48% crit damage, to 80% crit damage, and then damage ignore per skill point consumed goes from 5% each to 9% each up to 4 times, so that's 36% max from 20%. And then elation damage buff from 10% to 36%. I don't really know much about elation damage, so I can't say how good that is, but on paper, this seems good. Actual calculations will differ. Sublight cones are planetary rendezvous for harmony. After entering battle, if an ally deals the same damage type as the wearer, deals 12% on 1 refinement, 34% more damage on max refinement. Who can use this harmony? If you use Tribi with Casterus, Tribi with Casterus, or if you just use Tribi in general, because Tribi is good. Okay, Tribi is a harmony unit, so Tribi, Sparkle could work as well, but I don't think you would want to use this one on Sparkle. But it could work if you don't have anything else. It buffs the same damage type as the wearer, so Tribi and Sparkle can buff, let's say, Archer, Sparksy, Xingque even. Let's see, what other harmony units there are? If you use, I don't think you would use Hanya for Finon, but it could work. What other harmony units are? Asta for who the hell are prior DPSs in this game? I don't know about Asta. Who else? Cryo Harmony. Can't recall. I guess I can just order in the character list. Harmony. Okay, Robin for Finon could work. Or Robin for Foothill. And then Ron May, you would want break effects. But if you don't have anything better, you can use that as well. So it would buff Jing Liu. Could buff Evernight. Ryan, you don't want to use the same. You don't want to use Planetary Rendezvous unless you have no choice, because similar to Sparkle and Sunday, they are both action advance units. So you would want to use something that has action advance buff. Tribi I've already mentioned. Sparkle already mentioned. So Ting Yun. Ting Yun could work with Jing Yuan and Aglaia, I suppose, but you probably wouldn't want to use Ting Yun nowadays. Ting Yun's fine for Jing Yuan, but not for Aglaia. Yukong's good back in the day, but now not really. You could use her with Midemos, with Bibida Lune. Hannah I've already mentioned. Okay. There's more units, but I don't have that many units, so I mean, then again, if I don't have the unit, I probably don't know much about them to give advice. So, You also get Resolution shines its Pearls of Sweat for Nihility. When the wearer hits an enemy and the enemy is not already ensnared, then there's a 60% base chance to ensnare the enemy. Ensnared enemies loses 12% defense for 1 turn. At max, you have a 100% base chance to ensnare the enemy, then decreasing their defense by 60%. Nihility. So I believe I have this for Pella. Let's see, Nihility units. You probably wouldn't want to use this on Acheron. Let's see, because for Acheron you probably want crit instead of defense shred. Fulgray could work, but not ideal. I probably already mentioned Silver Wolf. Silver Wolf uses the before the tutorial starts. You can get from Heard a store or from the event. I got it from the event store. So, well, you probably wouldn't want to use that again. You would want to use effect, hit rate, and attack, and damage to debuff enemies. Who else? I don't know about Luca. I don't really use Luca. I have him, but I don't really use him. With Luca, you want crit anyway. Dahlia, you want break effects, so one wouldn't want to use it on her. Sampo, let's see. What do I have on him? The Sampo wants effect, hit rate, and DOT, so you wouldn't want to use it on Sampo. Let's see who else. Unifin, DOT as well. Luca, I don't know if Luca's DOT. So the sweat shine one, Luca, Pella, Silverwolf if you don't have any other things to use. But yeah. Yeah, let's see what's the last light cone. I don't know if there's 2 light cone banners. There's 2 light cone banners. There's a Yaguang one as well, but we'll look at that in a bit. Story's next page for Remembrance. I do think I want to pull for this one because Remembrance does not have that many light cones, and I need one for casters. So the story's next page for Remembrance increases wearer's max health by 60% at Refinement 1, and outgoing healing of the wearer and their memory increases by 12% for 1 turn. And max Refinement increases max health by 32% and increases outgoing healing and their memory sprite from the wearer by 24%. So you want to use this on Casterisk and Hyacinth. Hyacinth and Casterisk are the only healing Remembrance units. They also both stack off health, so you do want this for these 2. Not necessarily the other characters. Evernight can benefit off of the max health part. Technically, everyone can benefit off of the max health part, okay? But Evernight scales off of health for her damage, so could work on Evernight. I currently have the free 5-star one on Evernight, so, you know. I won't be using it on her. I'll be using it on the Castorus. And then on When She Decided to See, which is the other Lycone banner for Yaguang, for relation, increases their speed by 18%. When a wearer enters combat or uses ultimate on an allied target, the wearer gains Great Fortune for 3 turns. While the wearer holds Great Fortune, all allies' crit rate increases by 10%, crit damage increases by 30%, and the wearer's energy regen increases by 12%. When the start of each wave, the wearer generates a fixed amount of 15 energy. That's really good. Max Refinement increases speed by 30%, increases crit rate by 14%, and crit damage by 60%, and the wearer's energy regen increases by 20%. Yeah, really good. Yaguang, you want her to use her ult as often as possible, because her ult is a damage dealer and also triggers Aha, so more damage. So yeah, both are good light cones. Then again, light cones rarely aren't good, so pull for it if you need them. I'm gonna pull for either banner a little bit, just to get enough of the Remembrance light cone. Do I have the other 4-star light cone from Extra Fine? I'm gonna look at that. Because I assume the light cone will also be on the other banners. The Remembrance ones, rather. Let's see. Sort. Nihility. Remembrance Harmony. So plan to run review at level Refinement 3, or simply Position 3, sorry, that's the term for Star Rail, not Genshin. Let's see, and then that's a Harmony one, so I can disable Harmony. My Sweat one is at Refinement 4, so I'll pull for it a little bit. Yeah. Right. Let's see, I don't think I have Embers Exchange. I don't have Embers Exchange. Okay, so should I pull for Sparksy? I don't know if I should because I have Archer, and Archer is not that bad. They're both okay. I'm thinking because Sparksy is gonna have a rerun later down the version. And I have Archer, so I'm not desperate to get Sparksy. Should I pull for Sparksy? You know what? I'm gonna pull for light cones first because I need the light cones. Should I pull for the light cones? I guess I can also get light cones from the Critter Brainer. Okay, let's get some advice. HSR, Svartsy. I ran out of water, so my thinking is not good. Okay, does anything say that she's overpowered? Actually, live stream gone wrong. Should you typing the wrong way? Svartsy. But her wrong. So she's not overpowered. She can zero cycle. And nothing says Sparksy is a must pull. I know, because like let's look at game 8. Game 8 XSR. Here list. This Sparkle not Sparkle, Sparksy and Archer aren't that far off. In game because Archer is like SS tier here, maybe he's A tier in other areas. Then you have Sparksy here. Sparksy should belong in the same category as Archer. Okay, Sparksy and Archer, let's just look at them like this, it's easier. Sparksy, S+, SS, and then if you look at Archer, he's B here. So I don't know if I need to pull for her. I'm gonna ask some friends. How many days is the matter? 9 days left. So yeah, I don't have to pull for her. I'll pull on the light cones, see what I get. If I remember, I'll talk to you guys about it. Probably mention it in the next stream. So yeah. Okay. So yeah. I'm really looking forward to version 4 mostly because I'm not looking forward to Azrael, to be honest. I do look forward to the Trailblazer though, because I think the Trailblazer has a lightsaber. Elation BB. I believe this is official. No. Does Gaiman have the art? Yeah, Gaiman has the art. Can't zoom in on it. Oh, that's what the community was mentioning. I believe the community was mentioning about the midriff. Let's see how he's gonna work. But yeah, lightsaber. My critique of Harmony and Remembrance Trailblazer was that the weapon don't feel as impactful as the Lance of Preservation. Like the baseball bat, and it makes sense. That's the only thing we get as a weapon. And then the Lance, it has preservation and heat imbued. And the Harmony, the hat has Harmony imbued in it, but it's kind of wanky, janky, not wank. What? And then the pen, sure, it makes sense lore wise, but gameplay wise, and it doesn't do much. It doesn't look cool. It looks poetic than cool. So I prefer cool things, like a lightsaber or whatever weapon we get. Do we have dual swords? Like dual lightsabers? Like what are we holding here? I don't know. But I don't really like the raccoon mask. So I'm thinking that I might like this more than Remembrance and Harmony. I think Harmony is my least favorite. But yeah, we'll see what happens. And and I know when the next stream is. I'm always busy. So yeah. Until next time, be good, be well, be happy, be safe, be well. I'm gonna go ask my friends if I should pull Sparksy. If they tell me not to pull for Sparksy, then I'm just gonna pull for the light cones. And yeah. See you guys next time. I'm gonna take on my headset now. It's hurting my head. I think I don't know if I should get a new headset because it's working, but it's not comfortable. My monitor is also working, but it's also like has a dead pixel. I do have the fun now. Just if I should, I don't know if I should. I'll probably keep the monitor for now. It's still functioning. I'll probably use the 2060 as a backup and then buy new 5060. Yeah. Just need to buy a new range extender so I can use Wi-Fi in my room. And also have more stable internet so that, my internet doesn't cut out every twice a day or so. It used to be worse. If you watch my streams, it used to be worse, but